if you're struggling with alcoholism or, um, you know, drugs or whatever, any type of addiction, seek help. And I'm living proof. If anybody that I know or that knew me back in the day, if you would ask them, will Peter Hagen ever quit drinking? I think they would have laughed because they're like, why would he quit drinking? The guy's the life of the party. He's always fun. Ha ha ha. Except they didn't see all of those things that were happening behind the scenes that were destroying my life. And, so if you're watching this and you're that person and you know it's time, or you're feeling like maybe, hey, it's time I address this, just do it. There's so many ways to do it. There's no one set right way to do it. Like for me, I had my own journey. I didn't
Yeah.
go to AA, I didn't do all that stuff, but I definitely took the steps necessary to get healthy.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds, and I'm excited today because I have another fantastic guest. And he's like me, he's a connector. He loves connecting with people. He's good at connecting with people. And what he did, he created a model that's going to help him do just that. And he goes by 3 simple words: treat people well. And so I am super excited to introduce you to Mr. Peter Hagen. Mr. Peter, how you doing today, sir?
Thanks for having me, Q. Great to be here.
Oh, exactly, man. It's great to have you here. And listen, Peter, I'm gonna dive right in, man. I would love for you to tell us what your main focus is these days. Maybe give us a little bit of an origin story about how you got into doing what you do. And also tell them what part of the world you're in, man, and what markets you operate and you serve. So, Mr. Peters, the floor is yours, sir.
So I live in Minnesota, in Andover, Minnesota. It's a north suburb. I've lived in the north suburbs in this area since I think 99. So I've been here a while. I serve the Twin Cities market. Once in a while I get outside the Twin Cities market once in a great while in other states, not real often. And sometimes I'll get out of the metro area. I like the north suburbs because it's easy for me to manage properties. My business is fix and flip and buy and hold. So I've got a rental portfolio, and at any given time, I've got anywhere between 2 and 5 or 6 projects going on. I've been doing this since 2001, and it's a pretty simple origin story. At the time, I was in my early 20s. I just got married, just had a baby, and um, I I graduated from Bethel. Well, it used to be Bethel College, now it's Bethel University in Arden Hills, Minnesota, and um, I got some job opportunities in my area of educational training, which was history and education, and I just made the determination at that point that I didn't know if I wanted to be stuck in four walls my
Mm,
whole life, you know?
mm,
And, just and it wasn't, maybe it was because I had kind of a rough, I went to a rough school for my student, or for my, what do you call it?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
When I did my, I can't remember what they call it now.
yeah.
So I basically, I got placed in a school and I did my, my teaching, kind of my internship teaching. And
Mm,
for some reason, I'm forgetting the term.
got yeah, yeah.
It's been a while, and it was kind of a rough school, and I didn't know if I wanted to, be working with, kids my whole life or be in schools my whole life, and so I had an opportunity. I was working at a steakhouse, and they gave me an opportunity to become a assistant general manager. I'd been working there for a few years while I was in college, and so I took that, and that kind of inspired some business, because like thoughts of business in my, and so started reading books. I read Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, like a lot of people did or have, and made the determination that I wanted to jump into real estate. And my first deal I ever did was 424 31st Avenue North. I'll never forget that address. I got it on a no money down contract for deed, and I
Mm,
ended up partnering with a guy I didn't know. I was doing an open house because I became a licensed realtor, and in walks who ended up becoming one of my best friends, Mr. Antonio Holiday,
mm,
um, and who actually passed during COVID. Rest in peace, my friend. But we kind of formed a loose partnership over the years, did a lot of deals together. But that property, I learned a ton on. I made good money on it. Ended up holding it for a few years. Um, did kind of a cash out refi, made money there. Leased it out for 5 years, Section 8, made money there. And then when I sold it, I made more money. I wish they could all be that good. They haven't necessarily gone quite that well over the years, but that was my first start. And then I started buying and selling, and I learned the business just the hard way. And
yeah.
at that time, there wasn't many seminars or webinars or anything like that. So it was just ask questions, meet with people, collaborate, figure things out. And and then what I did then was I both was buying and selling for myself, but then I also was a licensed realtor, so I started representing other investors, and it was a good niche. And then
Mm,
me and a buddy started a real estate team, did that for a number of years, and we ended up going our separate ways amicably. And and then um, well, there's kind of um, a little in between period of time from about 2006 to
mm,
maybe 7 up until about 2011. Um, and I'll I call them my dark years. It was
yeah.
a period of time of not making good decisions. I ended up getting divorced, like doing things that, have impacted my life. But at the same time, I wouldn't be here without those decisions. And it's a lot of people have similar things they've gone through. And I'm no different. It was a difficult time, but I learned a lot, and I came out of it on the other side. And so uh, in 2012, I jumped back into real estate, and kind of built what I have now, which was kind of relearning the business of fix and flip and being a realtor for other investors. And then I ended up becoming a sales director for what ended up becoming the biggest home buyer in the state of Minnesota to this day. They were doing a couple deals a month when I got there. And by the time I left, they were, a 10-figure company.
Hmm.
So, and I'm not taking all the, um, I'm not going to take all that credit, but at the same time, um, it was definitely, um, it was definitely a team effort, and I was part of that team, and I'm really proud of that. And I've,
Yeah.
while I did leave that company eventually to do everything on my own, it was a great experience, and I learned a lot, and I made a name for myself in the community. So, I'm very grateful for that. So fast forward to the last few years of just completely being a solo operator and being on my own. I don't know the number of houses I've bought and sold, but it's probably in the hundreds. Some of those have been wholesale, some of those have been true fix and flips. I think my favorite business model, honestly, Q, is wholesale. I've never found
Hmm.
an ROI higher than, 1,000,000% or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Is if I
Yeah.
can get a property under contract and leave enough meat on the bone for the next guy and take a little bit for myself without having to come to the table with any money. That's kind of an infinite ROI.
Yeah.
So wholesaling, rentals, flips. I've become very efficient with my flips. I definitely spend a lot of time at Home Depot and Menards and on Facebook Marketplace,
Yeah.
making sure I've got all my materials. So a
Yeah.
typical day for me is to check in on my job sites, make sure my guys have materials they need. And then I'm probably out looking at a couple of houses, maybe making some offers, going to a real estate event, um, that kind of stuff.
If you're looking for consistent, high quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I love it, man. Thank you for all the information. Thank you for taking us on the journey. Thank you for just getting us a peek behind the scenes. And you said it yourself, there are things, adversities that you had to overcome. And I'm interested to know what are some of the personal strategies that you use now in business and in your personal life that kind of keeps you kind of focused, that kind of keeps you consistent, eyes on the prize.
This is my favorite thing to talk about is the daily routine. It's just so powerful when
Mm,
you wake up every day with a plan, and
mm,
when you can execute that plan. You know, I don't always write down everything I want to do or need to do every day. I was just I had a few minutes before this podcast. So I was sitting over here with my notebook, just writing down some things I need to do, both just to be a better person today and to make sure that I check off all the boxes I need to in my business. But I'll kind of go back. So I definitely had some issues with alcoholism and some other things, especially during those post-divorce years. Well, pre-divorce and post-divorce, but eventually, God got a hold of me, and
mm,
by the grace of God, I was able to become. Well, I quit drinking on April 1st of 2019. It's been the best
mm.
decision I've ever made, and out of that came a quest for health and fitness, and just to become a better person every day. And one of the things I pray for each morning is, Father, help me to be a better man today than I was yesterday. Help me be a better husband, a better father, a better business person. And of course, you don't always succeed at that
Yeah.
because we're humans, but it starts with that morning routine. I wake up early. I get my I've got my supplements, and um I could talk about that stuff. I kind of geek out on getting your minerals and
Mhm.
and hydrating yourself and getting to the gym and getting your grounding. And
Mm.
I take a 3-minute cold shower with big deep breaths for about 3 minutes every morning.
Mm.
And I always tell people, if you're not doing something to make yourself uncomfortable every day, I don't know what you're doing, because that is the way that we become stronger, both physically and mentally, and then also spiritually. So
Mm.
my faith is very important to me. So I make sure I get that time every day alongside of some of the other things that I do to take care of my health and fitness and get to the gym. If you're a business person and you're struggling and you don't have that morning routine yet, I think it's the biggest thing that will help you to achieve higher, better results in your life and your business, is to take care of yourself um, in the morning, specifically in the morning. So I've never found anything more powerful, because every day I wake up, I've got that plan. I know what I'm going to do immediately when I wake up. It's the same thing every day, minus at my workout days, of course. I get to the gym. Non-workout days, I've got other things, and I've got 4 workout days a week, 3 rest days a week. Wednesday's a day off. I take the weekends off. But of course, it's not like I'm not doing anything. It's just
Right.
I'm not lifting weights or, doing that kind of stuff.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
So, but, and here's the other side of it too. If you feel good and your mind is clear and you rested well and you took care of yourself, it is a lot easier to handle all the things that are thrown at us as, entrepreneurs and business owners every day.
Mm.
This isn't easy. The last 2 years have been one of the most challenging periods of my life. And,
Mm.
how did I make it through all this? And how do I continue to, to push through some of the challenges that have been presented to me? It's by having a clear mind and taking care of myself, and maintaining relationships and doing some of those things that, you get into a difficult season of life, and a lot of people want to bury their head in the sand. And I'm here to tell you, don't do it. And you're going to have days. I have had days where I buried my head in the sand, but not
Mm.
completely, just a little bit. And
Yeah.
then I was able to pop back out of the sand and do what I need to do to continue on. And, sometimes if you get into a challenging season of life, sometimes it's just the little things. Like, you need to check off some boxes that are pushing you forward on any given day. As long
Mm.
as you do that and you're moving forward, because if you're standing still, you're going backwards,
Mm.
because everything's moving ahead of you. But if you can figure out a way to just check off a couple boxes, maybe it's one box, maybe it's a little thing, but continue to make progress.
Mm.
I guess that is my little soapbox for the day, is
Yeah.
check those boxes, keep moving, get that personal routine down in the morning, get yourself healthy. If you're struggling with alcoholism or, um, you know, drugs or whatever, any type of addiction, seek help. And I'm living proof. If anybody that I know, or that knew me back in the day, if you would ask them, will Peter Hagen ever quit drinking? I think they would have laughed, because they're like, why would he quit drinking? The guy's the life of the party. He's always fun. Ha ha ha. Except they
Mm.
didn't see all of those things that were happening behind the scenes that were destroying my life. And, so if you're watching this and you're that person and it's time, or you're feeling like maybe, hey, it's time I address this, just do it. There's so many ways to do it. There's no one set right way to do it. Like for me, I had my own journey. I didn't
Yeah.
go to AA. I didn't do all that stuff. But I definitely took the steps necessary to get healthy.
Yeah. Yeah, Peter, man. Sir, thank you so much. I mean, such a powerful message. So much of what you said resonates with me, resonates with people who I'm walking with, the journey that I'm walking with, beside like accountability brothers, people who I hold dear within my circle. And so, man, such a powerful message. And I'm glad you was able to really articulate those personal strategies that help you out today, to help you to see clearly on a business tip and also on just a personal level. So, man, I thank you so much. I had to ask, what's the next real goal for you, sir? Are you looking to solve or scale something next? Like, what's next for you, Peter?
Yeah. So I really, I'm in the process of scaling my business again. I did it from like 2018 to 2021. And then mo- most of what created the challenging times is that I made some poor decisions in what I was investing my money into.
Mhm.
And I got involved in two different businesses that were outside of the scope of my expertise. And not to say that you can't do that, but in my situation, it just didn't work out. So I really recommitted myself to my real estate business the beginning part of this year. And that's why my pipeline is beginning to get filled up. I'm actively bringing new team members on. I just started working with a young man that I absolutely adore. And we've already done a couple deals together. We've got a couple more coming. Like when you meet somebody that you click with and you add those action steps to start doing some business together, man, it's so fun. It's just brought a lot of joy. And then I kind of rekindled an old partnership with the guy that I started with back in the day. We started a real estate team together when we were young, and that kind of turned into a real estate brokerage and eventually a title company. And we started working together again, and that's been a lot of fun. And that's another thing that I'll say, a little point that I'll make. I'm 49 years old, and I've gotten to this point where it is more important who I'm working with than what I'm doing.
Mm. Mm.
And
Yeah.
but when you can get both those right, doing something that you enjoy and love to do and you have passion, and then you surround yourself with people that are way better than you at so many other things that you're not good at. And that's what those two guys, they're both really good at stuff that I'm not good at, and I'm good at stuff they're not good at. So it's like it it be it just it works. And
Yeah.
so scaling my business back into, because right now I get a lot of organic leads. I get a lot of leads from my network. I get a lot of referrals. But in order to scale, I know I'm going to have to get back and get in front of more people.
Yeah.
So in order to do that, I just have to have a good team in place. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm assembling the team. I do have good crews of guys that work with me to remodel my flips and do some of that stuff. And I'm grateful for those guys. But yeah, so right now it's in the process of scaling my business, and I don't I don't have any reason to believe that by middle to end of 26 I'll be humming along pretty good. So
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I don't got no reason to believe that you won't be either, man. You got the mindset. You're putting the strategies in place. No doubt in my mind, and we got our Heavenly Father looking out. So there's no doubt in my mind you're going to crush those goals. And I'm glad you brought up just relationships. I always say people are the real currency, and so I'm glad that you exploring old partnerships, and also putting a team in place. You sound like you really value people and relationships. And so, Mr. Peter, man, this has absolutely been great. If someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, partner with you, collaborate, how can they reach out to you, sir?
What's the best thing to do? Cell phone, email? I don't know.
I mean, what's best for you? Whichever way you communicate the best, tell the people that way so that they can get in contact with you.
I mean, the best way to get me is my cell phone because
Got
that's where we all live. So
Gotcha.
I would advise to shoot me a text and just introduce yourself. And then just because, we're all busy, but, and plus if you text me, then I'll know who it is. We live in a world where we get a lot of spam calls and whatever, and it doesn't matter how I filter my phone, they still come in. So if I don't recognize the number, I don't always answer it.
Yeah.
But my cell phone is 651-808-4215. And if you shoot me a message, that's a great way to start. And then I'd love to give you the web link to my website, but
Mhm.
I'm going to hold off on that. Maybe
Okay.
we can,
Understood.
maybe we can do this again. I got to go in and fix it. So I don't really
Gotcha.
want people going there quite yet because
Yeah, understood.
something got messed up last week and I
Yeah.
haven't fixed it yet.
Absolutely. Nope, I understood, man. We'll stay in contact. That way maybe you can pass on the information later. But Mr. Peter, sir, thank you so much, man. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your story. Thank you for your perspective. This has really, really been good. And I'm so glad that you came through to add value to the podcast. So thank you so much, man. I appreciate you.
Yep. All glory to God. Thank you for the opportunity, Q.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
and I hope to talk to you again soon, man. This is a lot of fun. I'd love to hear more
Yes.
about you too sometime.
Oh yeah. Listen, we'll talk a little bit behind stage, behind. So yeah, I appreciate you. I'll tell you some more about me. But listen, everyone, y'all got the value from Mr. Peter. Please make sure you're subscribed. That way you can come back and just continue to get this amazing content from these amazing guests, just like Mr. Peter that we continue to bring on. And so, Peter, thank you again. And to everyone else, we will see you on the next time.
Awesome. Thanks, Q.
All
See
right.
you, everybody.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.